get results like this, and this.
First thing you're going to need is ChatGPT. The second thing you're going to need is InVideo, and the third thing you'll need is Canva. Pretty sure all of these, they have free versions, so you will be able to still do this with the free version. So what we'll do first is think of a topic for your video and sort of jot that down in a notes page of your phone or whatever. Then what you can do is just copy that over to ChatGPT, put please create a video script from video for, and then paste that in. This is about the theory of an eternal Big Bang, so you just generate that. So we've got opening scene, dynamic visuals of the galaxy, stars and cosmic phenomena with dramatic, immersive music, narrator, voiceover.
The calm, intriguing. Imagine a universe without a beginning or end, only endless cycles, creation and collapse. Welcome to the incredible idea of the eternal Big Bang theory. Scene transition A, visualization or dense singularity pulsing at the center of darkness. In this theory, the universe begins not with a single explosion, but from a singularity at point of infinite density and unimaginable potential. Visuals, an explosion of light and energy, emanate. Fog emanating outward, galaxies rapidly forming and expanding. From this point, the universe expands outward, creating space, time, and reality as we know it. But the expansion isn't permanent. Visual shift. The galaxies slow, halt, and start to draw back together. Gravitational pull intensifying. Eventually, gravity pulls everything back into a massive cosmic embrace, causing the universe to contract into a single point once again. Scene transition, visual repetition, and singularity forming, cycling back. Narrator. This rebirth isn't the end, it's simply a reset, sparking another Big Bang theory and a completely new reality. Montage, quick cuts depicting vastly different realities, ancient kingdoms, futuristic cities, and an earthless void. Narrator with each cycle, the possibilities are endless. The realities where the ruler realities where you were never born, even universes where Earth itself never existed. Visual emphasis, cosmic tapestry of infinite universe unfolding and interweaving. Narrator, even cycle is unique, playing out infinite variations, endlessly rewriting existence itself. Closing scene, returning to the original singularity, pulsing gently with potential. Narrator, soft, reflective. In an infinite universe, every reality is not just possible, it's inevitable. Text fade in, the universe is infinite, the possibilities are endless. Narrator, final form, provoking.
What version of you exists in the next cycle? End screen, logo, or brand visual, yeah, blah, blah, blah. That just shows how a simple prompt can generate something like this. And you can put here, say if you wanted something added. Right, so it's starting to work on the edited version of it. A single explosion, but it's basically the same thing, but it's just got multiverse theory inside of it. So wait for that to generate, then you can copy that straight over to InVideo. Just have this, right, copy that over. So we can go generate video, let that analyze, and what we can do now is come off of this, switch to 4.0, because then it won't give us it in this form. So now at the start of this, we can say, please make, do that, wait for this to generate. And this is if you're doing a 16:9 video. You might just be doing a YouTube short, so you, in that case, won't really need a thumbnail, but you can still create a thumbnail. So we can do this first. You go, oh sorry, so I'll go to the home. So as you load in, you'll probably be on this page. You want to go over to Dreamlab, put it in, choose your image size. So if you're doing YouTube, you do that. If you're doing YouTube Shorts or TikTok, whatever, 9:16. Or even if, like, say you wanted to put an overlay video on it of maybe even something like, you know, you do them brain rot videos where you have Subway Surface or something, you could use a 1:1 for half of the video, or like 3:4 for 3/4 of it, or however big you want the video to be. Go ahead and generate these as well. And if you don't like it, to be honest, I quite like that one. Oh, they're quite cool. Prepare the eternal Big Bang. So you can just keep generating these and it'll give you different options. And you can even use, so if we like one, for example, we can use image guidance. You can match the style or match the design. So use the arrangement or layout of the image, and you can still do it for this one. Have a look. Some of these ones are quite good. That one's quite good. I wish that was a bit bigger. Like, what you do have to look out for though, some of these image generations, to be honest, I can't see any right now, but they do sometimes spell words wrong, even if the prompts are correct. And it's just because it sort of struggles with text for some reason. These are quite good. That one actually. This one's good, but I feel like this one, because it's got earth in it and there's more bright colours. So any thumbnail for YouTube, so you want to open it, go on editor, wait for that to load. You can upscale it if you want to, so image upscale it. It's already quite high, so it's already high resolution, so let's just do 4. Then you want to drag this after is on top, replace. It makes it slightly better. So now, if we go on share, download. Why is something going on? Oh, maybe we need to close that. Share, download. Then we don't want it any bigger than 2000 kilobytes, because YouTube thumbnails can't be any bigger than 2 meg, right? So it has to be that size. Download it. When it loads, we want to actually click where we're going to save it to. So desktop, YouTube, shorts, save. Right, then we can minimize that, go onto here. So if we go on here, probably science enthusiasts. Let's see how much generative media we have actually. So duplicate this, because if you start clicking about in places, it's sometimes hard to find. So just check your usage. I've got 100 seconds left, so I could do a 1 minute video. Yeah, that'll do. So we don't need that at the end. Hopefully it doesn't go over this. I don't know why that's even an option. When you click YouTube Shorts, it shouldn't go over 60 seconds. There we go, right. So this will give you another, so what we've done is generative AI. Generative AI is more expensive, and because you only get 60 seconds a month, you sort of have limited use in that. You get 1 short a month basically. If you're creating a whole short for it, then yeah, you're not gonna have as much to use. But you can do the iStock media, which gives you a lot more. I mean, if we look, we get iStock, we get 80 different iStocks, and we get 50 minutes. So technically, you could do 50 shorts. Which is quite a lot. It's more than 1 a day, obviously, but you do get bottlenecks at your iStock footage. You do have the option not to use it, so once you've used your iStock footage, that sort of goes into your iStock catalogue. Right, so this is loaded now, so we can just do stock media. So this one we could just do for YouTube, because what tends to happen when you do stock media is it is 16:9 anyway, so even if you do choose the YouTube Shorts format, it's just the same image, but it's been cropped down. So if you do YouTube, you get more for your money, and you can crop it down yourself. Yeah, okay. So this will take a while, and what we can do in the meantime is, so we can now ask ChatGPT, just do titles for YouTube Shorts and description. I don't know if they have descriptions on YouTube Shorts, I can't really remember. And tags in and comma between. Right, so it's given us a few options, and we can test these out. If you've got the IQ, I think it's called the IQ installment. Right, so basically if you ask it to do the tags like this, it won't give you hashtags that are not in the correct format for YouTube. What you'll find is if you just ask for tags, it will give you like either listed tags, or it will give you hashtag and then the word. But this is the exact format you need. So whatever the tag is, comma, next tag, whatever the tag is, comma, next tag, and that you can put straight into the tags. But when you're doing tags in the description, they want to be like this. But once you've put the description on, you also have to click these and click. I'll show you it later once these generate. So the generative ones, obviously, they do take longer because it's creating every pixel from scratch. This is the iStock one, so we'll give this a quick watch.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning or end. Only endless cycles of creation and collapse. Welcome to the incredible idea of the eternal Big Bang multiverse.
Just a quick, for anyone who's looking at this thinking, why is that shit quality? You do get to export it in HD, but it just doesn't let you watch it in HD while you're previewing it in case you try and pirate it.
In this multiverse theory, each universe begins not with a single explosion, but from a singularity. A point of infinite density and unimaginable potential. From this point, each universe expands outward, creating space, time, and reality as we know it. But this expansion isn't permanent. Eventually, gravity pulls everything back into a massive cosmic embrace. causing each universe to contract into a single point once again. This rebirth isn't the end. It's simply a reset, sparking another Big Bang and a completely new universe within the multiverse. With each cycle, the possibilities are endless. Realities where you're a ruler, realities where you were never born, even universes where Earth itself never existed. Every cycle is unique, playing out infinite variations.
So you can tell that some of the music on this, it just sort of doesn't fit. It randomly changes throughout. You can put like, please make the music less random. Try making the flow nice. Music.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning or end, only endless cycles of creation and collapse. Welcome to the incredible idea of the eternal Big Bang multiverse. In this multiverse theory, each universe begins not...
If you're not happy with the music either, you can just say remove music and add one track that fits, or you can even just remove the music and add a track. The good thing about InVideo is that once you've generated stuff, it doesn't actually take any of your usage off yet. Yeah, so we haven't had any iStock usage yet. That's because we haven't actually downloaded it. Yeah, so it's still, we've had 1 minute of premium generation, but the iStock hasn't gone up yet, and that is because we haven't downloaded it. Once we download it, then it starts to add it on. Remove the music and add one track.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning or end, only endless cycles of creation and collapse. Welcome to the incredible idea of the eternal Big Bang multiverse. In this multiverse theory, each universe begins not with a single explosion.
So what we can do here then is just put remove all music, because it hasn't added music throughout the whole thing. You could say add music throughout the whole thing, just one track, but to be honest, it'll probably be easier at this point just to remove all music tracks, keep the sound effects in, and once you download it, then you can edit it in not in Canva, you can edit it in CapCut and add music onto it. Remove all music. Right, now if we check again, we should have no...
Imagine a multiverse without...
Right, now if we click on download, 180p, no watermarks, you'll have to have a subscription to do this. It resets in 30 days, so every 30 days you get your allowance, but also if you buy add-ons as well, you have to use them within the allowance time. So if you buy them right at the end of the month, terrible idea, because if you don't use them, you'll lose them. Keep that in mind. Same with the generative stock, that's why I'm using it now, because I know that I probably won't buy the end of the month. So now that this is downloaded, if we reset this, it should tell us that the iStock has gone up. Oh no, not yet. Once it renders, I think it should.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning or end.
That should tell me that we've used some iStock now. There you go, look. So we've used 6 iStock apparently. If we open this in the folder, we move that to the desktop. Now if we open up CapCut, new project, open it up, find that video wherever the fuck it is, it'll be on desktop. Here we go, open it up, so add that on. Now if we go on audio, we go on music, you can type in like Interstellar, if I can spell Interstellar. Instantly, that one's good. So what we want to do is we can turn the volume down on this. We can create a cut here at the end, so that it fades out at the end. So if you zoom in, there we go, fade out. So
every reality is not just possible, it's inevitable. The multiverse is infinite, the possibilities endless.
Our video's done, right? So let's see what this one looks like. 1 minute 9, which is kind of annoying, but it'll do.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning or end, only endless cycles of creation and collapse. Welcome to the incredible idea of the eternal...
So straight off the bat, I would say remove these captions, because we can add them back in on CapCut later and they'll be better. So we'll just put remove all captions. While that loads, it shouldn't take too long, to be honest. There we go.
Big Bang multiverse. In this multiverse theory, each universe begins not with a single explosion, but from a singularity, a point of infinite density and unimaginable potential. From this point, each universe expands outward, creating space, time, and reality as we know it. But this expansion isn't permanent. Eventually, gravity pulls everything back into a massive cosmic embrace, causing each universe to contract into a single point once again. This rebirth isn't the end. It's simply a reset, sparking another Big Bang and a completely new universe within the multiverse. With each cycle, the possibilities are endless. Realities where you're a ruler, realities where you were never born, even universes where Earth itself never existed. Every cycle is unique, playing out infinite variations, endlessly rewriting existence itself. In an infinite multiverse, every reality is not just possible, it's inevitable. What version of you exists in the next cycle?
So, to be honest, it's not done a bad job. There are a few little reuse sections, which is a bit annoying considering we're paying for these. But if you look here, if I reload this, we have used it. Okay, I was under the impression that the generative credits only count when you actually download the generative credits, but as it turns out, you can fuck around with this as much as you like. But to be honest, sometimes certain videos work better with the iStock, even though it doesn't generate them all for you, it picks them. Sometimes they do actually work better. Even if they don't necessarily look as good, they do sometimes work better. So what we'll do, we're in Canva now. So we'll go right to the beginning, and if we do auto captions, English, we don't need bilingual captions, or highlight keywords. Yeah, we could do that. Generate. This will generate your captions, and once they're there, you can edit them out or in, whichever one you want.
Imagine a
So while these are all selected, it's probably a oh shit, they're not selected anymore. So select them all, and you can move these. Let's say you want them at the top or the middle, wherever you want them. I'd say probably around here, and then you can edit your captions. So you can edit the script here. Templates, effects, bubble. We don't want bubble. Let's do. We want something that's like spacey, maybe.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning or end.
Yeah, that one's good.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning or end. Only endless cycles of creation once again. This rebirth isn't the end. It's simply a reset, sparking a...
So you can see, it's not an A-star video, but it's a watchable video. It's quite short, so it's going to hopefully keep some retention. And to be honest, I prefer this video than I do the generative one. So sometimes it's weighing up whether it's worth doing the generative one, because to be honest, sometimes in video it isn't that great with the generative shit. It's almost sometimes just better to do the iStock ones. I'm sure in video we'll get to a point where you're going to want to do the generative ones because it's going to be a lot more developed, but it just doesn't feel like it's quite at that point yet. So my personal opinion, I would stick to the iStock. And it's a lot cheaper. You can get a lot more out of it in a month, and that paired with other different applications, yes, it can be. It's not too expensive, but it is expensive with all these other applications. But it's worth it, and it's much cheaper than doing the generative AI, because that can end up costing you 10 quid per minute of video. So it's just worth weighing it up. Now this one's ready, so we can export this one. Why is it? Oh no, right, we want to make sure that we've selected video. Save it in 2K, change that to Eternal Big Bang Theory iStock, just so we know. And we may as well now also download the generative one, because we've done it and it's costed us our generative credits, or at least some of them.
Expand.
So what we can actually do straight from here is, if we wanted to turn this into a different type of video, a TikTok video, we can change that to 9:16. Yes, it will make the quality a little bit worse, we can probably move this into the middle, or even a bit down. It tends to be that the middle has the focal point.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning or end, only endless cycles of creation and collapse.
Yeah, this isn't as good as the full video, and the quality's dumbed down a little bit, but in terms of time, you got to think, how long would this video take you to source, get all the audio for, and record everything? It would take you hours, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Probably less than that if you do it on a day-to-day, you know, the efficient way to do it. But those amount of hours, let's say you get paid £15 an hour, and it's taking you 3 or 4 hours, for example. That's 60 quid. Whereas this has now just cost me, maybe, if we're not like maximising the amount of videos we can do in a month, let's just say this cost me on average £2.50 to £5 to create one of these videos. I doubt it's even that much, to be honest, but with the iStock ones especially. But you can see that that's much better value for money than spending 4 hours doing something when you could be focusing on other stuff or making more videos. And this is sort of the way that the media creation is going towards anyway. Not just because it's easier, but because they can produce higher amounts of content. So now we can export this and we can call it Eternal Big Bang YouTube Short iStock. So export that.
Imagine a multiverse without beginning.
So now we've got these, so select files, we go to desktop. So actually go back to here, we can say this will be a regular video. Yep. Where the fuck is it? It's not even. Oh, there we go. Eternal Big Bang Theory. So regular videos. So this will be Eternal Big. So some of these will work well. Some of them won't work so well. We could do what if the Big Bang Theory happens over and over again. What if? I think that one's good. Yeah, we'll try this one. Do that. Right. Let's go on Canva. Bollocks, fuck off, get rid of that. Home, Dreamlab. You copy this, go on, yep, we're on the right one, generate, so we can put large bold text. This will hopefully, because the title needs to be readable from a very small thumbnail, using very large text. As you can see, sometimes it does have problems and you need to keep on changing the prompt so that it's bigger. And at this point you can even go back into here and say please edit the Canva thumbnail prompt so the text is large enough to read and pop out at viewers. Oh shit. A phone, right. And it will take that and it will edit the prompt for you. The thing is with ChatGPT, what a lot of people don't realise, and just any sort of AI things, is that you don't have to give it a perfect question. You can fuck up a question and then reiterate it afterwards and it will still understand what you mean. And you can misspell a load of shit and it will still interpret what you mean. And even if it's wrong, then you can just correct it. So anyone can use ChatGPT, and I think it will, if more people start learning how to use this, it will enable people who weren't before able to do stuff like this or just anything. They'll be able to use ChatGPT to their benefit and help them learn certain things. Right, copy. Let's paste this. That one I quite like. To be honest, out of all of them, that one stood out to me straight away. Dead in the center. Right, so if we do now image guidance, match the style, use the colors. So the colors and the feel of the image actually doesn't help. So I'll just explain. That one will just use all of the colors in the image and create some similar. It does, but then it can fuck up the writing as well. But you can see it doesn't really do what you wanted it to do. So now if you do image guidance, match the design, so this should take in all elements of it. That one looks quite good as well. So does that one. I feel like if it looked like that with this text, it would be okay. I think the best one we've had so far is this one. Right, we're just going to use this one now. First things first, image upscale. It might not let you upscale it to 8 times because it's quite high quality anyway. I do think this one's quite good, and I'll show you what you can do afterwards to make this slightly bigger. I mean, that one has over 8.8 million views. That one I actually really like. 23 million views. Let's give me an idea actually. So it isn't a trending video, but you can still use some of these thumbnails as inspiration. And I don't see any thumbnails that look like ours, to be honest. You can just add little bits onto it, so we could try that, and then we could also try that background. We could copy the whole thing. Do that. Yeah, no, not a fan of that one. But if we go back onto here now, we might actually get somewhere. If not, then, you know, here's what it is. We'll see. No, that one doesn't want to work. Get rid of this. It probably doesn't understand what that means. Well, Canva can do so much, but it don't work miracles. Here we go. That one's quite good. Quite like this one. Right, so if we that one actually, it does work really well. We can use image guidance, and we can make the worlds slightly bigger. So make the earths bigger and the text title bigger. I've just realised I could cut this into like different videos, like short videos or whatever, as a series, so that like you could learn how to do the thumbnails, how to do the, but then this just sort of shows you how to do it all in a one. Copy it like this, generate, and then you can try generating it without. That one's good. The worlds are bigger on that one. So we can use the one that we like, and what you can actually do with this. So we could get, for example, if we don't like the center of it, we can use things from these other images. So open in editor, go back to home, back to Dreamlab, then we can open, say which ones do we like the earths on, so which one do we open? It was that one, wasn't it? We might prefer the earths on that one. These ones do have good ones, but they're off the edge, so we do need one that's like, this one's probably the best one because you can actually see the outline. Click on that one, open in editor, back to home, back to Dreamlab. Then if we prefer like the center of this one, I preferred the center of this one, so again we can click on that because it's like a yin and yang. Open in editor, and you've got it there. Upscale this. Just do magic eraser. Sometimes you need to use different objects. Click erase. The thing with magic eraser is that it does it so that you can't notice it from the image. Like you can't notice it. Kind of. That one, erase. So now what we can do, right, now we can magic grab brush. You want to get in some of the outside, but not too much of it. Grab that. Right, what we can do from here is copy. Oh shit, I didn't mean to duplicate the con. Copy, go on to here, paste that in, put that here. To be honest, you don't necessarily need to even blend that, but you can. So same again, go to edit, go to magic grab. This one should give you the option, yep, just to grab it. Grab that shit and copy it and then paste it in here. Just check it's the same size. It's a little bit bigger, a tiny bit smaller. It looks deceiving. It is the same size, and what you can do here now is edit, go on to shadows, go on to glow, So you can change that back afterwards. Intensity, we want it like, so if we do it like, we want it sort of sand coloured. That'll do. So now, yeah, that's good. There you go. And if you have any like cutouts or anything like that, you can sort it that way. So now we've got pretty much what we wanted. So now what you're best to do is click to save it. So download. That doesn't matter what size you save it at, as at this point, because you're going to bring it back. So now once this is saved, save it as that. Just get rid of the shorts. Save. Right, now we can get rid of these. We don't need them anymore. Back onto here, we can go plus, go onto YouTube thumbnail, then upload, load files, that one, upload it once it's there, drag it on, make sure it's the right size. Filling out no white around the edges, then you're good. So now what we can do is, well, I think we can upscale it again because it's already quite high res. It's not going to do too much. There we go, it's done. So that looks better already. But now we want to go to edit, and then from there you can click on grab text. This will show you which text you can grab. So you want to grab both of them, grab, let that load, and you can edit it from here. So you can actually change any of the settings you want. You can move it around, you can highlight this and make just Eternal bigger or whatever, pretty much whatever you want, and you can change the colour of it as well to red or whatever you want, whichever colour. Good thing with this, if you need a certain colour, you can get it like, I don't know, you wanted that blue for example, you can get that. And then to make these pop a bit more, you can go to effects and go on shadows, and then put the offset just a little bit, direction to there, or maybe there. Blur, you want a little bit of blur to make it look like it's glowing. And then let's say again you wanted like purple or something, or like this bright pink. In fact that's a bit too bright. You want like a deeper purple. Put it on like that one. Transparency actually goes up when you put it down, funnily enough. There we go. So you can see there. And you can do the same with this one. Effects, shadows, change the colour, put on that purple again. Or for this one we could even use black or red. Make that bigger. Could even use yellow. I don't know if yellow would work, but orange, yeah, that kind of works. I don't like the colour of the text, so change it. Get yellow. And there you go, from there's your thumbnail. I actually ended up with a different thumbnail to this, but I'll show you quickly again how you can take text from another one. So say you wanted the text from this one. Well, I've already magic grabbed this text, so if you go on edit and then you go to grab text and you do the same thing as what you did before, you can just copy this and paste it onto this one and get rid of these. You can do the same as before, you can set it up how you want it, you can even move that one down a bit, make this one a little bit smaller if you wanted to, something like that. I'm just doing a rough draft. Oh shit. So that can go, give it, you can do different stuff with it as well, but I mean that looks quite cool. It's just, yeah, So basically that's what you can do with it. Neon, you can make it neon if you want to. You can change the colour of the glitches as well. You can only go between pink and red. I mean, they look quite cool for an infinite realities type of thing. Yeah, that's basically what you can do, and then you just save it, and make sure you save it as 2000 kilobytes, because that's the maximum size you can do for a YouTube thumbnail. So now you can go back into YouTube. You can upload this. There we go, it's got a score of 84 already just from that. This will give you some hints. What if the universe is just one of infinite others? Eternal Big Bang Theory, scientists can't explain. That one's quite a good one. I mean, you can copy this and ask ChatGPT, give me more titles from this. And it'll give you more titles. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, and it's going to be a fucking ball ache to edit. You can even ask ChatGPT what is best for views. It's going to tell us which one. Best for views, click to optimize titles. Of those, what is best? So pretty much, yeah, it's just told us that was the best one anyway. So right now what we can do is say give a good least 5 to 7. And it is good to also do some tags at the bottom of the video, or even here. And then you can say here, and when would be the best time upload this video? Me tags for the description and description tags. What you got to do here, you click through them. Some of them won't be actual hashtags, but any of the ones that are actual hashtags, you do want to sort of make sure that you use actual hashtags, but you can put non-used hashtags and sort of be the start of whatever trend it is. Yeah, right. Playlist, let's go in hot takes. It's not made for kids, but we don't want to say it's made for kids because then it will restrict us. And don't restrict to kids though. Does your event generates a realistic looking scene? It didn't occur. Nope, doesn't. We've used iStock. It's not. They're not fully realistic. So if you are using generated, so if you're doing the fully pixel generated AI, you will need to list it as in some way, shape or form that it's AI generated, which can affect your views, but not all the time, not in every circumstance. Here we go, tags, copy that. So what you want to aim for is you want to have like keywords and phrases in here would be sort of Eternal Big Bang Theory or just Big Bang Theory. Your keywords and phrases want to be listed in here, you know, like 3 to 5 times. And then on tags 5 to 7 times, and that should help the YouTube algorithm push it out. So we've put this in now. Video language, it is useful to put some of this stuff. It does help to find your audience. You don't have to put where it was created. Don't need to worry about that. Recording date, you don't need to worry about that. Standard YouTube license, I just put the comments on no moderation. Entertainment, and if you have created different thumbnails, you can also test them out on here. So you can go on here, click there, go on test and compare, and upload up to 3, and it will basically show your different thumbnails to different viewers and see who engages in the most. And then we'll put here Big Bang Theory Right, so once that's done, we go next. Add subtitles. We don't need to because we've already got them. Port from video. We don't really need an end screen, but we can. So let's do port from video. I like to do like the last 5 seconds, so we can do here. And then on this one, we can just click the hot takes playlist, for example. This will tell you when it starts, so you can put this right down to save you anyone in like the last 5 seconds or so. There we go, save that. Don't need cards. Checks done. Next. Public. We want to schedule this. Oh yeah, so did it say? Okay, so we've missed the thing for Wednesday. So what we can do is we can get it ready for tomorrow. So we'll schedule this for Thursday, and then I'm hoping to get a video out on possibly Saturday or Sunday for this tutorial. Pro tip, upload at 3 PM GMT if your audience is mostly UK or EU, if you are aiming for global, especially 4 to 6 PM. So we should go between 4 to 6 PM. I think 4:30. So if we do tomorrow at 4:30, time zone GMT, local time, set as premiere. We don't need to set it as a premiere. You can do if you want, but there's no need. And then schedule. And there we go, that's scheduled. If you want to do this on the regular, then you'll probably need a paid version. They're fairly, well, they're not inexpensive, but they're also not too expensive. ChatGPT is probably the one that you definitely don't need a paid subscription for. You know, you won't be doing it more than maybe once or twice a day. That will give you enough. That'll give you enough access on ChatGPT to be able to do that. But with Canva, it's only like $12.99 a month, and you get enough credits to survive easily. And InVideo, you do get a fair amount of credits from the iStock, but the generative videos you only get 60 seconds per month, and I think it's around £25 a month. I might be wrong, but it's more expensive than the other ones. But you can buy add-on packages, so you can buy more generative videos or buy more iStock videos. It depends on how much you use it, really. So that is step by step. I know it was a bit long-winded, this video. Generate a AI video, how to edit it, how to create the thumbnail for it, how to create the description for it, all using AI to help you. And this is obviously taking me a bit longer because I'm trying to do the tutorial, I'm trying to cover all bases. Usually you could get this done within, you know, less than an hour, which is less time than if you was to do it all from scratch without any help from AI. So it's a very useful thing to know. It's a good skill to know if you're a content creator. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this and you want more videos like this, then make sure to like and subscribe, and that will help me out, and hopefully eventually I'll be able to do more of these videos more frequently. But yeah, until next time, thank you for watching.